All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second session of the summer. I hope that y'all have had a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you again for giving us an hour of your evening. I know that we already don't get enough time at the end of each day, so thank y'all for dedicating some time to this. As a reminder, these are Zoom webinars, so you're not going to be able to turn on your camera or your microphone. Instead, you can utilize the Q&A button that's at the very bottom. Today, we're going to have presenters from Academic Success and our Tutoring Center, Library Services, and Career Success. Each of these offices are going to give a quick, 10-minute overview presentation and go over some key dates to remember. And you'll be able to submit any questions that you might have during this time to the Q&A button at the bottom, and they will be happy to answer those at any time throughout the webinar. And then we'll also have some time at the end if need be for any Q&As. So if there's any questions that you have right off the top of your head that you want to jump in there, go ahead and feel free to begin. But if not, we'll go ahead and just kick it off. We'll get started with Sydney with Academic Success. And while she gets that presentation loaded up, I just want to remind everybody that this is recorded and this will be available on our website in the future if you ever need to look back at that. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Sydney.
Hello, my name is Sydney Wilson, and I am a coordinator for the Office of Academic Success. I am also a professor here at UT Tyler. I teach a bunch of freshman seminars, a couple different kinds. I'll talk about that here in a sec, but I will also be teaching English this coming fall semester. So if you are taking technical and business writing, it might be with me. Okay, but without further ado, here is the quickest rundown imaginable of academic success. If you were here, or if you were for orientation, if you chose my pre-session, this will be just a refresher. But again, you get to ask me questions this time, not in a crowded room at the org fair. So please pop anything in Q&As. So to start with, I want to talk about the most very important thing for pre-university academic success stuff, and that is Academics 101. This is a Canvas course that my fellow coordinator, who's not here this evening, her name is Lauren. Most unfortunately, we're very best friends, so usually if you see me, you see her, but it is just me today. Anyway, so Lauren has made this Canvas course, which, Canvas is our learning management system here at UT Tyler, and this is not a real course, so to speak. Oh no, it presented view, blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway, here we go. Academics 101. I'm so sorry, dears. I wanted you to be able to see the screenshot go through, screen recording. So Lauren spent about 400 hours building this toolkit that is kind of coded as a course in Canvas, but that is just so that you have modules in order of the 15-week semester that you start here at UT Tyler in the fall. And in each of those modules, she is helping you go through all the different kinds of forms like financial aid, working with registrar admissions, what does dropping look like, what does switching a class look like, what if you want to switch a section, after the census date, what is that? Lauren has really got you covered, but we really ask that, you take your phone and you scan that code, because about the week before class starts, she has all this wealth of knowledge for you about how to find classes, how to access the online courses. And so it's like a Canvas 101 in Canvas. It's very helpful. Where to get textbooks. You'll hear, I'm sure, about that from the library as well. How to get academic content help with those resources, their different tutoring. I'll harp on that in a minute. And then I've also filmed some videos for student best practices. So I built a college lingo glossary, which is, yes, like the glossary in the back of the ancient textbooks you probably had in high school. But under each of the definitions, I have linked the appropriate UT Tyler web pages, and I go back pretty frequently and try and make sure any links are broken. Or not broken. So if you do find one, shoot me an email, or, I may get to it even before you get to email me. But, because we use different words here on the college campus a little bit differently than in the real world. Things like when we say cashier's office, what does that mean? Oh, it's not a real office. It's at the one stop. And no, there's not the same kind of cash register, you might be thinking. So anything that's different here on the college campus, I've got built in for you in that glossary. How to communicate with faculty and staff, aka how to make them reply to your emails. You're welcome. Tips on note taking, what to do when you don't get the grade you want, whether that's because you forgot about it, how do we recoup losses, or maybe, we need to go back to the groundwork on how we study because it is different at university. And so that's pretty neat. And then again, Lauren has a module for you for how to do your first second semester. So what does registration look like and making an advising appointment on your own from UT Tyler rather than from home during the summer? So all very helpful. We really recommend you do that the week before classes start. We don't want to overwhelm you now, but we do want you to be as confident and excited as possible that first week. We don't want you to be stressed or anxious. So we're trying to get you, get all the summer scaries out, so to speak. So the next thing, I'm just going to touch on this. It's not as important for first semester freshmen, but UNIV 1002 is called Patriot Principles for Academic Excellence. I did not name the course. If I had named it, it would probably just say SIDS Pro Tips, but that's whatever. So this is kind of like Academics 101, but in real life. And a 1000 class, if it's got a 0 in the second order in the number, that means it is 0 credit hours, meaning it's like credit, no credit, pass, fail, very easy. Also means it doesn't affect financial aid and does not affect your GPA. It does show up on your transcript, but it's just credit, no credit. So this is very similar to the freshman seminar that all of our incoming freshmen take, but it's just a little bit extra added help. So some programs, some majors require that if their students fall on academic probation, which means your GPA is below 2.0, if that happens to you, it's okay. Don't fret. It's not punishment. It's just like a hold on your account so that staff like me can know to go in and offer extra help, because sometimes life very much gets in the way of college, or maybe that's the other way around. College gets in the way of life, but that's okay. So it's just an academic wellness seminar, and we meet once a week for an hour or online. And like I said, it's just to help you deal with what's on your plate, not add anything to it. So if that's something that interests you, you'll hear more about it in the spring. So when I say the sandwich of academic success, I mean, all the different layers of help that we offer. I could have gone with a Shrek analogy with onions, but I'm going to do a sandwich. Now I wish I did onion. But anyway, so the bread of our sandwich here at Academic Success are the events that we put on and then academic coaching. So the events we do are before your first week seminars. So it's kind of like this that Ashton's been doing, but it's a little bit more like I just hop on Zoom for like 3 days, like 3 evenings the week before school starts, and you can just ask me your onslaught of questions. Like, what do I wear to class? I'm going to say whatever you want, just, nothing that's going to get the cops called. Also, pro tip, don't wear the SpongeBob fleece PJ bottoms the first week of class because it's going to be August in Texas. That's going to be too hot. Maybe save those for October, November. Anyway, just kidding. Study nights where we work in the library, and with the library, library's open till 2 a.m., usually Sunday through Thursday. So we'll pick a day during the week, usually around finals or midterms, and we host a study break room until 2 in the morning because we're crazy. And we have refreshments, caffeine, non-caffeinated beverages, just a place for you to stay in that academic mindset, but take a breather, right? Because this is the science of body doubling. So that is the science behind accountability partners when we study or when we do something we need to get done. So not necessarily flashcards with a partner from class, but just like maybe, Sally over here needs to do an internship application, and you, who are friends with Sally, are like, oh, that's great, because I need to read this chapter for class tomorrow. And then so you just hold each other accountable and you're more likely to get stuff done. This is like based off of decades of pedagogical science, which is the science of how we teach and how we learn. So, and we're visual creatures. That's why cubicles work. So we do study nights all throughout the year. We table all across campus all the time. We do registration drives, which means we help you make your advising appointment and get your classes in order for next term. So you're not worried about that, having to do that on your own. And then we also do academic coaching. So myself and Lauren, my very best friend, other coordinator that works with me, we are the academic coaches here at UT Tyler. And that just means that we coach you to become a self-regulated learner. We work through like test taking anxiety, stress management, especially when it's related to class. Maybe you're having a hard time scheduling and planning your life and time managing between like personal life, class, work, etc. Maybe you deal with procrastination or imposter syndrome. Maybe you're not getting along with professors and peers. That's all stuff we can help you work with. We meet online, in person. by email, on the phone, video chat, whatever helps. That's what we want to do with you. And you have unlimited appointments with us that way. If you have goals you want to reach, maybe you want to just boost that GPA even higher, or maybe you're struggling and you need, let's go back to the drawing board. How do I study for this? We're there no matter what. So very exciting stuff. Academic support is the meat of the academic sandwich, or, protein, doesn't have to be meat. Anyway, so we have several options for course content help here at UT Tyler under the Office of Academic Success, and outside of academic success. And I'll just touch on those. But you can see around me right now, I'm in what looks like a kind of a classroom space. This is our supplemental instruction room. So we also call that SI because supplemental instruction is like way too many syllables and we trip over it. So we say SI. SI is not unlike tutoring, but it is not tutoring. So where a UT Tyler tutor has taken the course at any institution and made a high grade, and they help you, with like one-off homework assignments or understanding what you did wrong on a test. SI is kind of more like a TA mixed with a tutor. So they actually have not only taken the course and have made a really high grade, but they sit in that section, the very section you are in, with you every week. And they also talk to your professor at least once a week. So they know exactly what you're being taught and how you're being taught, so they can facilitate a group study session. And, that might look like Trash Get Ball, Kahoot, et cetera, et cetera. But they also have professor approved like exam reviews that uses past exams. So only people who go to SI get that. So very exciting. We have Upswing, which is online 24/7 tutoring, pulls from around the world, like faculty and staff from around the world. NAC is kind of like a mix between in-person tutoring and Upswing. It's kind of like ordering an Uber on your phone, more flexible. You can do an online tutor, or you can use that to call a tutor, from UT Tyler, and y'all can meet one-on-one somewhere in a pre-approved place on campus. Past tutoring is UT Tyler tutors in person. It's usually our walk-ins. And then there's the Math Learning Center, which is drop-in math help in Ratliff Building North. The Writing Center, which is writing help, any kind of written language help, whether that's internship stuff, forum discussions in Canvas, essays, does not have to be in English courses, but the English program is the one who runs it. That is in the second floor of the College of Arts and Sciences. And then there are a lot of library supports, but I will let you read those bullet points as an appetizer for the library to talk to you, because it's amazing. I went to UT Tyler here, graduated in 2017. My library liaison is Vandy Dubree. I say is because I still know and love her, and we talk all the time. We work in the same building, and she's amazing. So lastly, but not leastly, please do follow us on Instagram, because if you want to find out where we are, where we're giving away food and free stuff, or these cool pro tips that Lauren films, like the best study places on campus that are slept on, you can get in contact with us there. We also answer DMs. So if you have a small question you don't want to email or pop in the office, you can just DM us. But that's me, so I'm going to hand it back over to Ashton. If you've got any questions for me, please pop it in the chat. Oh, how do I unshare? Oh, I'm a boomer, sorry. All right, thank you, Ashton.
Awesome, thank you. As she said, if y'all have any questions, drop it in the Q&A. It can be about any of the things that she covered, or if there was something academic based that you had a question about that she didn't cover, we might know the answer. So drop it in the chat. But we'll go ahead and turn it over to Haley, and she'll talk a little bit about the library.
Hopefully that shared my screen. Uh, but yeah, hi. My name is Haley Gallagher. I'm the social sciences librarian here at the Robert R. Muntz Library. I'm here to just give you kind of a quick overview of the library, talk about how we can help you with your courses. First off, let's talk about where to find the library. I have a map of campus right here, and I circled the library. You can see we're next to Harvey Lake, the School of Pharmacy building, and the baseball fields. I also added a picture of the outside of the building so you kind of know what to look for. Uh, there is also a new interactive map on the UT Tyler website that kind of gives you directions, like both walking and driving, to each building on campus. So if you ever get lost, feel free to use that. But yeah, let's talk about some of the things we have for you. One of our main services is study spaces. When I was working on my undergrad, I found studying in my dorm was kind of difficult. There were just so many distractions. When I sat down to study, suddenly cleaning seemed a lot more fun. Um, or maybe you're someone who can't study with other people in the room, which can be really difficult if you live with other people, like in a dorm with roommates. Well, the library is here to help you with that. We have lots of study spaces with varying degrees of distractions. Each floor of the library has a designated noise zone. These zones range from silent to quiet to social, and there are signs on each floor indicating if it's a social zone or a quiet zone. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. We also have lots of study rooms for you to check out. There's individual study rooms, which are kind of just like a room with a desk, a chair, and a whiteboard. Group study rooms are for all those group projects. And practice presentation rooms, which allow you to project your presentation onto a screen so you can practice either by yourself or with friends. There is also a testing room on the fourth floor. So if you ever have a proctored exam and they say go to the library, fourth floor is where you go. We are open pretty late, as Sydney mentioned earlier. So during the spring and fall semester, our hours Sunday through Thursday are 7:30 a.m. until 2:00 a.m. The hours are a bit different on Friday and Saturday. You can always look at our website to get the exact hours we're open. And finally, last but certainly not least, is Starbucks. We do have a full Starbucks on the main floor of the library, so if you want that study snack, coffee or tea to keep you going, it is right there for you. We do have a lot of technology available for you to use in person. We have a bunch of computers on the second floor and the fourth floor. Printers that print both black and white and color pages. It's about 5 cents for black and white pages and 25 cents for color pages. And I'm not sure if y'all have already been told this, but you each pay a $25 printing fee every semester that you can use to print things. This does not roll over to new semesters, so we recommend you use it before you lose it. There's also a Kik scanner that we have on campus, which can help turn physical materials or books into PDFs. And we have additional items for you to check out, like charging cables, headphones, hotspots, and more. Of course, we do have a whole bunch of online resources. Library provided e-textbooks, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. We have a whole bunch of databases, academic journals, ebooks, just a lot of materials to help you with your projects. We also have something called Scholarwork, which is where we store the theses and dissertations written by UT Tyler faculty and former students. It's a pretty great resource, so I definitely recommend checking it out. Alrighty, so let's quickly talk about that e-textbook program. Every semester, the library purchases as many e-textbooks for courses as we possibly can within our budget. Unfortunately, we're not able to buy every required textbook for all of your classes, but definitely check out what we do have to see if it's what you need so you can save a little bit of money. You can look at our list of e-textbooks by using that link, libguides.uttyler.edu/textbooks, or scanning that QR code. We typically update our e-textbook list about a week or two before the start of the semester, so definitely check back then. All right, so additional resources, we have a curriculum materials lab in the library. This is typically used by our education majors. It's got a lot of children's books and K through 12 curriculum materials, but it is open to anyone. So if you want to study in there and no one's using it, go for it. It's a really cool space. We have reference materials, physical books for you to check out, including some bestsellers and new releases. You want to take a break from studying, read something fun, check out our bestsellers collection. Speaking of taking a break, the library now has board games. So you can check out board games and take them home for, I believe, about 2 weeks at a time. Perfect for taking breaks and playing with friends. We have a university archives and special collection housed on the first floor. They have lots of really cool materials about the history of the university and the surrounding Smith County area. Student accessibility services is housed on the fourth floor of the library. The university food pantry is located on the second floor. If you want to donate or partake, it is there. And I mean, there's even more stuff housed in the library that I won't go over today just for time. So please come explore and ask questions about what we have. But yeah, that'll bring us to library events. We also host quite a few events throughout the semesters. These are just some of our really big ones. So NAP, Night Against Procrastination, is an event we host in the spring and fall, kind of close to finals. We partner with tutoring, the Writing Center, and student engagement. We kind of all gather on the third floor. Have half the floor for tutoring, Writing Center, to ask a bunch of questions about classes, to kind of help you with your projects, prepare for exams. And the other half is where we have the pizza, the prizes, the fun games, the puzzles, because de-stressing is important too, especially with exams. Um, TheraPet is another one of our de-stress events. We partner with TheraPet, which is a organization that trains therapy animals. They come over, bring therapy dogs you can sit and pet and play with. It's a really good time. Librarians on the loose. Every now and then we might be out on campus with a table. Just kind of here to promote the library, any new services we have, give out free promotional items. So whenever you see us, come say hi, get some free stuff. We are planning to hold a bunch of smaller events throughout the year, throughout the semester. So keep an eye out for those. Hopefully they'll be really fun. If you ever need help or have questions, we are here to answer them. We are librarians. We love questions. The help desk and librarian offices are all located on the second floor. Help desk is really awesome. They're practically a one-stop shop for all your questions. They can help with printing, campus directions, help you book a study space, direct you to course reserves if your class has them. Don't forget to bring your student ID. It's just the easiest way to check out materials. Alrighty, and subject librarians, liaison librarians, whatever title you want to give us, that's what we are. So each of these librarians are in charge of certain academic subjects. So kind of like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm the social sciences librarian. So I'm in charge of subjects like anthropology, history, psychology, criminal justice, many more. We also have Jolene Lamont is our health sciences librarian. Christine Duncan is our STEM librarian. Vandy Dubree, who Sydney mentioned, is our fine arts education and literature librarian. And then there's Melissa Watson, who is our business librarian. We're essentially here to kind of help answer your questions about research. If you have specific subject questions, we're here to help you answer those as well. Whenever you're on the library website, you might notice a chat feature that pops up every now and then. We man that too. So if you're ever using the chat, please keep in mind it's not a chat bot, it's an actual person on the other end. That's us. Or if you want help with one of your projects, having trouble finding resources for a paper, feel free to get in contact with us and schedule an appointment. We can offer searching tips, help you find some stuff that you're looking for. That QR code is a link that provides more information about all the librarians. It includes our contact information. And the last thing I want to talk about was the course and subject research guides, which each subject librarian has created for y'all. Each academic subject has a specific research guide. This is just a collection of information that your librarian felt is important for your subject. You can check out those guides from the library homepage. We have a YouTube channel. We post how-to tutorials about the library and library services. We try to keep them both entertaining and helpful, but if you want to check those out, just search for Months Library on YouTube. We also have Instagram. That QR code is to our account. Please follow us. You can stay up to date on what's happening at the library, any events we have going on, new services, some tips on using the library and things like that. But yeah, please keep in touch. We seriously do love answering questions and helping y'all find things. We want to support you as you tackle all of your classes. So this is again our contact information if you want to write it down. But yeah, that's all I have, and I will just throw it back and wait for any Q&A questions.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for that. If you had any questions specific to the library for your student, like maybe if you're wondering about what textbooks or when to buy textbooks or all of that great stuff when it comes to textbooks, the library is a great place to stop at first. So now we're going to turn it over for career success with Leah.
Okay, now it's a lot of buttons to push. I'm not gonna lie, to try to share your screen, do all of it at the same time. So hopefully everything is good. So my name is Leah Velarde and I am the Director of Career Success. Thank you so much for taking your time to join us and just being willing to be that extra like ears for your student, because at the end of the day, you know, there's so much information coming at everybody and we totally understand that, and we want to be able to support them in any way we can and support you guys in this process also. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about career success, and just to, you know, follow up with Haley and Sydney, we all love to help students. Like, you know, I know students sometimes feel like, oh, you know, does anybody really want to help me? Yes, we have so many great resources on this campus. I say take advantage of, and you know, come see us. We're like, please talk to us, you know. But we know it can be a little intimidating at first, but we do our best to break down all those barriers. So a little bit about us in career success. So I wanted to introduce you to my team. So we have an executive director, Dr. Rosemary Cooper, and then I'm the director. And then we have career success coaches in each of the colleges. So it doesn't matter where your student is, they will have a career success coach assigned to them. This is extremely beneficial because those coaches are experts. They know where job opportunities are. They know how to help their resumes, because sometimes resumes are a little different depending on the majors, all of that stuff. They are the experts. So Brian is in our Souls College of Business. Pamela Rodriguez is in our College of Education and Psychology. Gabriella is in our School of Nursing and School of Health Professions. Margot Purdy is in our College of Engineering, and Amy Swindell is in our College of Arts and Sciences. Their offices are actually in those colleges. So even though my office and Rosemary Cooper's office, we're in the University Center right above the Chick-fil-A on the 3rd floor, their offices are actually in their building. So just to make it just a little bit easier to go see Brian, his office is in the College of Business building. So you don't have to come too far to see any of them. We offer many different types of appointments. These are some of a few and kind of all encompassing, just general career coaching. So, a general, like, I don't know what to do. And please tell that your student that it's okay. It's hard to know when you're 18, 19, 20, whatever, to like be able to have a plan for your entire life. That's totally normal. But we have the opportunity, we can give them career assessments. And just as a side note, like a lot of times people think career assessments are just for people who don't know what they want to do, but that's not true. I suggest career assessments for everyone. And I'm going to give you guys one to share in just a minute that all students can take right off the bat. But then I always suggest if you take one of our career assessments, go see your career success coach because they can help you kind of walk through the results. Even though you'll have them, it's just somebody that can just kind of talk with you through the different results that you get. So, in general coaching, anything you need career-wise. We obviously offer resume and cover letter review. So, I cannot tell you the amount of times people, students and beyond, come to me and they say, I Googled a resume and there's like 2 billion different ones that come up. Which one do I use? That's a great question. And we are here to make everyone's lives easier. And we will tell you what, based on our experience, our industry partners here and around the state and other states, what is going to be best practices for different majors and what the best resume looks like. And some of them are different. So the student going to the career coach, they can give them all that information. If they need help with mock interviews or just interview prep, that's hard. That question, tell me a little bit about yourself. How do I answer it? How do I come across confident? What do I say? I was just joking. Actually, I was given a presentation before this today, and it was a group of students, and I said, please don't start, because I've heard it. When somebody says, tell me about yourself. Well, I was born. No, don't tell nobody cares when you were born. Okay. I'm just saying, you can skip that one. Everybody can skip that one and we can go on. But those kind of things, it's hard to talk about yourself. What do you say? All of those kind of things. So we can help students. We're here to make everybody's lives easier, is all I can say. Employment assistance. So that would include a summer job. That would include, so it's not just, oh, I have to wait to talk to a career coach till right before I'm going to graduate. No. Don't wait. Don't wait. Please don't wait. I mean, we've had people wait to the day of graduation or the day before. No, don't wait. Come earlier. Start working on your resume. Start working on your cover letter. Start getting ready, like figuring out who do I want to apply to, all of those things. So, but we can help with summer jobs. We can help with internships. We can help with on-campus positions. So if your student wants to work on campus, then we can help them look for positions on campus, which is a great opportunity. And then, like I mentioned, career assessments. So really anything that has to do with career related things, we can help your student. So get to know your career coach. That's what I always tell students, get to know them. And, we don't want it to be a transactional service. That's why we call them coaches. We want somebody that can walk alongside the students and help them in every aspect from their cover letter to the interview to, well, how do I, give me some ideas for jobs. All of those things, we want to walk through the process with them. So I just mentioned a few minutes ago about career assessments. So your student can take a career assessment, this one right here called Focus Do. They can take it anytime. They just need to sign in with their Patriot email to get into it. It'll give them the results right away. If they choose to take it, like I said, I always suggest they go talk to their career success coach afterwards, but they don't have to. I suggest everybody takes it. It doesn't hurt. I cannot tell you the times that people have taken it and they're like, I know what I want to do. And they take it and they go, hey, it matched. It like my interest matched the career assessment and it just gave them actually more confidence that they were going to do something that was going to be a good fit for them long term. So that's how I look at it, two different ways. Even if you 100% confident, it just gives you more confidence. And if you don't know, it gives you a starting point or you're just not sure. So this career assessment specifically focused to, it'll answer questions like, is this the right career for me? Is this the right major for me? Do you know what you'll do after graduation? Are you thinking about changing your major? All of those things, it can help. It can just open up the conversation, give a starting point. So highly suggest career assessment. And this is a great one. Like I said, if your student signs in with their Patriot email, they can just hop in there and take it. They don't have to do anything else. So we offer a lot of opportunities on campus besides the coaching aspect of what we do, which is a huge aspect of taking care of our students, but we do offer career workshops. We call them career conversations where they're more group like, okay, this is a general how to do a resume, or this is a general interview tips, or this is, I think we're doing I can't remember. Listen to me, I can't remember the ones for the fall and the spring because we do them different every year to make sure we're rotating like the general topics, but we try to do our best to make sure we're talking about what's most important. I think one of ours last spring was salary negotiation, which was very well attended. How do you negotiate salary? Should you negotiate your salary? All of those kind of tips and tricks that I say our job is to not help students just get a job because most of them probably could just get a job, but we want to help them get their dream job at the end of the day and be like, okay, I'm ready. I am totally ready to get the job that I've always wanted or my dream job. So we help with career workshops. We also have career fairs every semester. We have 5 different ones each semester. So most of them are college related. I mean, college like specific. So that's another thing I say, don't wait till you're getting ready to graduate to go to your first career fair. It's ideal for students to start going early, start meeting the recruiters, start, creating relationships, and great place to network. Everybody's, there to learn, and it gives you ideas for places you want to possibly apply to in the future. So take advantage of our career fairs. We'll have multiple employers on campus. I mean, I would say like we have probably around 40 to 50 employers at each of our career fairs. So we have 200, 300 or more employers on campus every semester looking to hire our students. So take advantage. They want to hire UT Tyler students. So go see them. That's like low-hanging fruit of people you should reach out to. Employer panels. So some of our different colleges have speakers, either if they're alumni or just industry related speakers. They'll come back and do employer panels, a great place to network for students. Information tables. So we have coming up in the fall and spring, I think engineering has a corporate to campus. So we'll have some different corporations tabling on campus. A lot of different opportunities out there to connect with the students. So where does a student go to look for all of these opportunities? We use a platform called Handshake. So Handshake is really key to our office. There's so many things in Handshake. The student can see all of our career events in Handshake. The student can see all the career fairs. They can see the employers that have signed up for the career fairs in Handshake. They can make an appointment with their career coach in Handshake. And also Handshake has tons of job opportunities just for students in college and getting ready to graduate. So it's just like, it's our it's our main tool that we use, and we use it a lot, and we encourage students to take advantage of it. They can create a profile. So your student with their Patriot email can just sign into Handshake and get started. They want to look for on-campus jobs. That's in Handshake also. So there's a lot of stuff in Handshake. So it's, it's really important for the student to get in there and start trying to dig in, trying to see what the options are, but especially to make an appointment with their career coach. That is in Handshake. Some other options like resources that we have a career closet. So students that they need, career fairs coming up. I don't have anything to wear the career fair and I don't have the money to go buy it. Well, we want to support the students. So all students are welcome to come to our career fair. It is a donation-based career fair, career closet, sorry. It's a donation-based career closet. So I will say, just throwing this out there, that if you have professional clothing, because obviously just professional clothing that, you're like, hey, I would love to donate. We have students that really rely on this career closet for these events. So whether it's interviewing, career fairs, we allow students to get one outfit per semester and they get to keep the outfit. So it's not something they have to return. But, like I said, we're always looking for donations because, it's basically a little retail store and we try our best to make sure we have all the basics and students have what they need. So if you want more information you can contact me at the end. I'll give you my information about possibly donating, but please let your student know that this is available for them. It is in my office, the University Center 3150 that I mentioned earlier. We also have a professional headshot photo booth for students. So what we've seen over the years is they need a picture. They need a picture for LinkedIn. They need a picture for whatever. And they don't have a professional headshot. So it is completely free for students. It's actually kind of right outside our office in the University Center, third floor. They come up, it's a little photo booth, but it takes really nice pictures. They're welcome to use that multiple times. There's not a limit. Nobody's out there guarding it. They just have to put their Patriot email in and take their picture. It has some really cool things as far as, how you can edit it and stuff like that. So please tell them to take advantage of it. It's there for them to use. Free, and it's available anytime University Center is open. Like the other ladies mentioned, we'd love for you to connect with us on social media. We put our events on social media. We try to keep everything as up to date as possible. Mainly LinkedIn and Instagram is the best ones for us. We also do have a YouTube channel that has, when we do our career conversation, like the career workshops, we always record them and put them on there and share them with the student, just in case the student was not able to come, but they wanted to come and they need to see it. We're happy to share that out. And last but not least, if you need anything, if you have questions, you want to make donations, or you have a company that's hiring students, I'm happy to help you get connected with our students also, because that's a big part of what we do is connect with companies and organizations that are hiring, because we are the in-between people. I say we have the best job because we get to help companies. We get to connect them with students, but we also get to help our students connect them with companies. So any of those things that you have or you have questions about, please feel free. You can call our main number, the 565-5862, or email careersuccess@uttyler.edu. And I would love to help you with any of those things or just questions to follow up along the way. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, because I was going to check. I don't see any questions, but does anybody have any questions for me?
Or if you have a business and you're interested in wanting to partake in the career fair, that is also a great time to reach out, send them an email to say that you're interested.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, well, I don't see any questions. We'll hang around for a couple more minutes. If there are any questions that you might think of right now, but if not, thank y'all for dedicating some time of your evening with us. As always, these are recorded, so you can go back and view them at any time. They'll be posted on our website. But if there's nothing else, I hope that you'll have a great rest of your week and a great rest of your Tuesday. Thanks.